Today, I've been checking out New Star GP. It's currently $24.99 on Steam and came out in March. Basically, to sum this one up, it's Virtual Racer F1. So, if you've ever played an F1 game and thought they needed to be a bit more fun, this might just be the game for you. Game has you starting out as a rookie, or as you're called, the kid. You start in the 80s, you compete in F1 championships, and as you progress you actually go through the ages, so you got like a 90s car, a 2000s car, and the racing changes, which is really cool. Each track in the game has a short, long and reverse offering. They are based on the real life tracks, but I would say they take artistic license. You can see some like the famous corners, the fun aspects, the backgrounds, but there is like little differences in there. Between races, you will have to decide what needs upgraded on your car, who your team members will be, as they all come with like benefits and stuff like that. Sponsorship deals to be done. There's a host of challenges you can like meet during race weekends. There's lots of different variables. Like there's a bit of a replayability here, because next time you could say, actually, I'm going to try not having that perk and seeing if I can do better playing with something else. However, I wasn't a huge fan of the team dilemma morale system. Like there'll be an interview and you can like annoy one of your team or make one of them happy, and it never kind of made much sense. Someone is always unhappy and they want me to use their perks, but they're either just useless or I'm just using them to keep them happy. I think it needs reworked into a system that makes it feel like you're getting rewarded, not penalized. When it gets to race weekend, you can usually do a few things. You can do like a practice session just to get like acclimatized to the track. There's the actual race, of course. Then there'll be some sort of events like elimination, checkpoint sprint, reverse track racing. There's always something extra to do, and by doing them you can extra awards like money and trophies. Racing wise, obviously it plays a lot like an arcade game. There's even a nitro button, but there are a number of elements taking realism into account. There's tire wear, fuel, the racing line. Obviously you don't have to worry about like proper getting into it and braking in the exact right place or tweaking rear and front bias and all that sort of stuff. But the game is very enjoyable and can be quite challenging without being super complicated or unfriendly to new people. Someone who hasn't played a racing game before could pick this up and have a lot of fun. However, I will say the AI is a bit hit and miss. Sometimes it's super slow and it does have a tendency at times to just put you off the track. The main problem I found with AI was the pit stops. They slow down way too much. You can get like 4 or 5 places in them pit stops easily. It needs reworked because the way it is, it just makes it too easy. So the graphical presentation I think looks nice. It has a real sense of cleanliness to the game. It provides a real feel of speed once the race gets going. And it has like a wide array of camera angles as well. Like there's like a top-down Hot Wheels-ish viewpoint, which is quite fun to use on board. There's weather effects. They all look great. The tracks look fantastic. There's debris, birds flying about. There's usually like a unique event. Like Northampton has the red arrows flying around. Each track is so bright and beautiful and really looks like its real world counterpart in its style and backdrop, and you'll see little nods to the real life track. Sound design is also pretty good, but I will say the engine noises get a little bit annoying and the music isn't the best. New Star GP is the sort of racing game that comes along every now and then and really understands what it means to be fun. I reviewed a retro rally game a few weeks ago. In this game here is exactly what I meant when I said retro should be fun, enjoyable and keep you hooked. And this game does all of that. The developers have had so much fun with it and it can be seen in it. I'm not quite sure it's worth $24.99. That's a lot of money, but I got it for 50% off in a sale and it's worth that all day long. It's that sort of game that just makes you smile as you play. And you know what? We all need a bit of that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave that there. I'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye.